Alright, how is it going, my magnificent sons of bitches? And it looks like they're already starting to go ahead and set up these betting lines for the Super Bowl right here. And we're starting to see a lot of red herrings as more and more people are coming out and saying that the NFL is rigged, which to me is a good thing. Um, People are starting to wake up and understand. You can only do this so much until that, you can't hit the dummy button anymore. People have become immune to it. And so, right now, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to my buddy Big Kev from Big Kev's World. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description after this gets uploaded. I'll put this on uh, StreamYard and stream it at a couple of places. But I figure I'll go over this story. Why sketchy leaked Super Bowl script showing Eagles win is going viral. So of course they want it to go viral because understand one thing, that this isn't a mistake. That they're clearly going to set up the betting lines, and they want more and more people to bet on the Eagles. Ultimately Kansas City was favored to win this game at the beginning. Then they flipped that pick to the Eagles. Like I said, I don't really have a dog in this fight. At the end of the day, I'm not even gonna watch. You let me know in the comment sections if you plan on watching this Super Bowl. I think that there are some here that are Philadelphia Eagles fans. They'll probably end up watching it, and I get it. But if you're not a fan of either one of these two teams, do you really care on watching this after watching the way that this end of this season has kind of turned out? Super Bowl LVII is looming larger on the horizon, with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, the top teams in their respected conferences, poised to battle it out in what is hoped to be the greatest season finale in many years. Okay. And then you see all this other propaganda that they have here. There are some people, though, who believe the NFL's showpiece is not all that it seems. Of course, I would say a considerably large number of people have taken issues with the way that the NFL has been played, actually, pretty much since the little. I mean, you've had these narratives, you've had these stupid storylines, whether it be Drew Brees and Bountygate, whether it be Tom Brady and Deflategate. You had the Spygate story back in 2007. Ben Roethlisberger's rape tour, which turned into Deshaun Watson's rape tour. And, just any little fucking thing that the NFL can go ahead and, use to get any kind of interest into their product. Ultimately, on paper, the NFL should be very popular, and it shouldn't require all this bullshit, whether it be players getting on their knees to sit there and show protest for the current thing, the soup du jour of whatever the left is trying to go ahead and get you to donate money to, where they could just go ahead, fleece you, grift you, take your money, and not contribute anything to society. And that's just been the left's MO. You think about all the trillions and trillions of dollars that they've brought in the name of I don't know, the greenhouse effect, the ozone layer, global warming, climate change, the second ice age. They've been stealing fucking money from people hand over fist with these synthetic causes for years now. So, this is really what's kind of hitting these, media outlets. This is what's hitting the sports outlet right now. A fake screenshot of Pro Football Reference with the Super Bowl script has been posted on Twitter. It shows that the Eagles triumph 37-34 after a fourth quarter comeback. Do I believe that this is going to be the final score? Actually, myself, if I was to predict, my original prediction would have been the Eagles 37, the Kansas City Chiefs 21. However, after seeing all the script and seeing people make articles on it, it's probably more than likely that Kansas City probably will win. But I don't expect it. I didn't expect Kansas City because on looking at it, I don't know, both of these teams, you know, Kansas City has come in a lot more quiet than Philadelphia has. And of course, you have Andy Reid on Philadelphia right now, and everybody knew. I knew that after, if the NFL was better at booking, to be honest with you, and that's what I'm going to say. You can go back and look at, which I also may leave a link in the description here. But if you go back and look at court proceedings back in 2009, the NFL openly admitted that they are a sports entertainment league. They're not a sports league. So if they're sports entertainment, well, then all they got to do is provide you entertainment. And that's exactly what they do. They don't sit there and guarantee any outcomes. It's not played on the field. It's not between two teams, which one's the better team anymore. It's sports entertainment, and this is what you're getting. The tweet has been viewed over 11 million times and retweeted nearly 9,000 times as fans piled in with their thoughts, many believing this could actually be the outcome. So I haven't seen anything on Twitter that has trended 11 million times for fucking years now. So if this is true, which I'm not sure, this could be embellished for sure because you can't really believe these uh, media articles. Basically, this is just to get some cheap views. But if it's been viewed over 11 million times, well, and retweeted nearly 9,000 times, that's about status quo. You know what I'm saying? That's about status quo right there. I could believe the 9,000 retweets because that's what I see on Twitter. Many believing this could be the actual outcome. Twitter user Kyrie Burner captioned the screenshot, "Nah, someone leaked the Super Bowl script." Okay, big deal. And so, yeah, you could sit there and tell that, yeah, this is probably some bullshit here from a Twitter troll. There were plenty of comments, with one believing that the leak had occurred prematurely. It was leaked way too soon, so they changing the script real quick. Others pointed to the 11 points in the third quarter and questioned whether there would actually be a safety in the Super Bowl, while the 13 points in the second quarter could indicate that a PAT, point after touchdown, had been missed, leading to some suspicion. The seed of the rumor that games were scripted was planted by the Super Bowl XXVII winner Dwight Smith, who said in an interview in 2022 that the winner of the major NFL games are predetermined by the league. But shit, I've been saying that for since way before 2022. So yeah, and there's been other people who've made videos exposing the game for how rigged and scripted it looked. I mean, you go look at a channel like Truth Be Told. He's pretty on fucking point, particularly in his playoff predictions and whatnot. Yeah, you're not going to get them right 100% of the times, and yeah, scripts will be changed. In this event, I kind of knew that after Philadelphia won, that it was going to definitely be Kansas City because one, the NFL wanted two black quarterbacks. What do you see on ESPN? Them saying, "Oh, this is a big deal. Two black quarterbacks are playing for the first time," and this would have probably been pretty fucking awesome if it would have been like Michael Vick versus Steve McNair in the Super Bowl back in the early 2000s. That would have been fucking phenomenal. And or Steve McNair versus Donovan McNabb, or a Dante Culpepper. Yeah, and I'm not gonna shit on having two black quarterbacks, representing. That's not what I'm trying to do. As long as they're good quarterbacks, I don't care what color their skin is. But that it means a lot, and this shows you how superficial it is. To the race baiters that are in fucking ESPN, they're still trying to hang on to this geriatric notion that America is racist, that everybody's prejudiced, and that they're just going to go ahead and fall in line with the stupid BLM shit, and that everybody's just going to watch them based on the fact that you've got two black quarterbacks. You know, right now, the way it's looking right now is, if Pat Mahomes wins the Super Bowl, that adds Super Bowl to the fraternity that is the Big 12, being from Texas Tech. If Jalen Hurts wins, and I know Oklahoma's jumping off into the SEC, so I mean I don't count that as a Big 12 win. But if Jalen Hurts wins, he adds another, Super Bowl trophy to the NFC East. So but I haven't even watched the game in years because it looks so synthetic, and I know that a lot of people have stopped watching ever since they started kneeling. I stopped watching way before that because it just looks so fucking scripted. He claimed that games aren't decided on the field and that both teams know every play that the other team will run. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Since then, there have been a number of instances that fans claim fit the theory that the game has been rigged, including the AFC Championship game between the Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fans have pointed to controversial third down in which an official tried to stop the play before the snap. In confusion, the Bengals conceded a penalty that was upheld and gifted the Chiefs a first down. Later in the game, a disputed pass interference call in favor of the Chiefs meant their drive could continue, which fans have pointed out of being proof of interference of a different kind. And I can pretty much tell you that these college games are scripted too. The Chiefs didn't score on either of the drives, but that hasn't stopped conspiracy theories from circulating that the NFL wanted the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And it would have to be a conspiracy for the first, for one thing, which it's not a conspiracy. It's not hidden at all. The NFL openly admitted in a court case filed by a New York Jets fan, saying that since the Spygate thing happened, he felt like he was cheated because the New England Patriots in their little kayfabe storyline, were cheating and it cost them, a couple of games and whatnot, and that he played to watch, he paid to watch games that were, not interfered with or whatever it is. He brought up a court case. And so ultimately, that ended up, that court case ended up deciding that the NFL would be considered sports entertainment, not an actual sport. So it's not like it's freaking, it's not like they haven't come out with anything. It's not a conspiracy. They don't hide the fact. And they blatantly make these calls time and time again, bad, bogus calls, costing teams the game. And so, at this point in time, at least the WWE fans know their shit was scripted. The script theory was given legs again on January 31st when Houston Texans running back Arian Foster joked that NFL games had a script to follow. Former NFL player Arian Foster admits NFL is literally rigged.
It's funny, before we started taping, Arian was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script.
Yeah.
Day one of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have to, it was like week 1 you'll do this. Week 2 you're going to have a hamstring injury. Week 3 this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Week 4 you're going to get 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you just have to, did you memorize those before the season started, or would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We were really dedicated to it, so it was more so like that's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. Like, this is what goes on, and this is what we have to do in order to. Yeah.
And this referee is going to miss this call.
Yeah,
because they hate you and they
yeah.
love the Colts,
Yeah,
that
it's
sort of thing.
WWF, so it's like,
Yeah.
we know what's going to happen, but you still got to put on a show.
Yeah.
What did you think when you got the script in 2016 that said your career was going to fall off a cliff when you stopped believing in God?
That was 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. What's that practice was about? it was about practicing the script, Foster said on his podcast, co-hoster. Foster jokingly added, we really dedicated to it. Do you have any tips? So, I mean, this is exactly what this is. So, I mean, no doubt that they would probably, I think Stephen Rose may be onto something. They probably do want Mahomes to go ahead and win this Super Bowl for the most part and get him 2 Super Bowls. I don't know if he's going to be the next Tom Brady, but maybe the next Ben Roethlisberger. Have him somebody that you could, oh, well, he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion and whatnot, to try and build. But that's exactly what this is. It's WWE. And, I see a lot of people trying to mock it. Most of these people depend on the interest in the NFL for their channels and whatnot, which trying to mock people going out and, looking at your sport and seeing how dumbed down it has been to the lowest common denominator and saying we're not interested in this shit because it lacks the legitimacy that it had back in the days. And while you're trying to mock these people for, showing how weak the sport looks now and how vanilla it looks now, it's not a good idea if you're a content creator relying on sports ball to carry your channel and whatnot. Me, myself, I have an interest in watching football, or at least I did, until they started doing this stuff. And to be honest with you, I don't believe I've watched a full game since 2014. And so, and I was probably, certain that the damn thing was scripted probably back as far as 2007, to be honest with you. But, yeah, this is exactly what this is about. Don't be surprised if, the Eagles still may win. But my prediction, if the Eagles win, would be 37-21. But no doubt that, given this, they want people to go ahead and put money on Kansas City. I mean, on Philadelphia with this right here. And they've been, pushing that. So if I was to guess, I guess that the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Philadelphia 49ers after seeing this and watching all these little red herrings that they're putting out there to get people to make predictions. If I was to guess, I would probably say that Kansas City probably wins 34-28. That's what I'm predicting right now for this video. Just looking at all the bullshit that they're putting out there, I don't care one way or the other. If I get it, if it's not even close, I don't care. You got it wrong. The Philadelphia's won 48-10 or whatever the hell. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I damn sure wouldn't put my money on the Eagles based off of Newsweek or Twitter trolls. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, anything on Twitter is going to be nothing but a complete fucking social engineering psyop bullshit. And so anyways, yeah. They're just trying to push, because a lot of the NFL fans are starting to entertain the idea that these games are scripted, that these games are rehearsed, and that this shit is not on the up and up. And this is going to be a big problem going into next season. The NFL is going to have to do something to save face. And, certainly, I don't see any interest for this Super Bowl. I haven't seen anybody mention this Super Bowl. And I work in a facility with a lot of fucking people, and nobody's been excited about it. So nobody's really talking about it. After last week, after that Kansas City fucking Cincinnati game, that was kind of it. That was the epitome of what we have going on right now. So nobody cares about I don't hear a lot of talk about the BLM Bowl. I hear, except on ESPN, I went back and looked at, but nobody's really, really excited. I don't hear anybody Cleese versus Cleese or Andy Reid versus his old team, whatever. I don't hear any of that shit. There's just nobody talking about it. It's been, a non-issue from where I work. But I've been talking more about basketball, I think, myself, than I have football here recently. But yeah. Anyways, You people tell me what you think. You like, sub, do the shit YouTube, Facebook, wherever you see in this at tells me to do to get over. And for now.